Um, the review for this unit is posted, and this is no way, shape, or form um, a review of the whole unit. What it is a review of materials that I noticed a lot of guys got wrong. Okay. So first is you need to know nominal equals real and inflation. And nominal is usually fixed in the short run, so will not change in the short run. So a lot of times they'll say the bank loaned Mr. Bressler interest at 10%, inflation was 4, what is real? And then real would be 6. But sometimes they'll also say inflation was 4, and then inflation went to 2, and you have to figure out real. Now, the big thing here too is to realize if real increases, it's better for the lender. So if they give you like expected inflation and then actual inflation, and actual inflation goes up, then it's better for the borrower. But if it goes down, it's better for the lender. In the long run, nominal and inflation move in the same direction because in the long run, there's no change in real variables. Then you have the ample versus limited. I'll do the ample first, and I think they were very good at saying which was ample and which was limited. If you have a recession, you want to shift aggregate demand right. And I think when I ask people, which way do you want to shift aggregate demand on a lot of these problems, it helped clarify it for them. If I want to shift aggregate demand right, for the ample, I could lower the administrative rate, or I could lower the interest rate on reserves. If I lower either of these interest rates, investment's going to go up, AD is going to go right, and that's what I want. For ample, if there's an inflationary gap, or I want to increase unemployment, I want to shift AD left. I have higher administrative rate, or I raise interest on reserves. All right. And again, if interest goes up, businesses want to borrow less, investment down, AD left. And just for all of these, federal funds, nominal, discount, policy rate, administrative rate, they usually all go in the same direction. So if one goes down, they all go down. If one goes up, they all go up. All right. For the limited, there you have more options. You have the 3 options. So for recession, we want to shift AD right. We could either lower the discount rate, lower the reserve require, or buy boom. Okay. Remember, buying or selling bonds is open market operations. Purchasing and buying are the same. I forgot what else they called the bonds, but treasury bills, they're all bonds. All right, all these actions shift MS right, which lowers the interest rate, which then increase investment and shifts AD right. In an inflationary gap, you want to shift AD left. So you raise the discount rate, you raise the required reserve, sell suck. And these actions shift MS left, causing interest rates to go up, investment to go down, and AD to go left. If you notice, when MS shifts right, AD shifts right. If MS shifts left, AD shifts left. This is your ample reserves. You don't have to draw the graph. I don't think there'll be one on it. I'm just showing you, though, here that if you buy or sell bonds, it's not going to change the interest rate because it's in the perfectly elastic part of the curve. So to do something here, you have to change the interest on reserves or the administrative interest. Now, again, this is a recessionary gap. And when they ask you monetary policy, it could only be ample or limited. All right. So it's not government spending or taxes. That's fiscal. All right. On the vertical axis, I just wanted to remind you real GDP, income, and employment. So here, if it's a limited, I want to shift AD right, buy boom, lower the discount rate, lower the reserve requirement. Okay. That also increases employment and increases income. All right. And this is what I've been saying, but I just wanted to put it in words. Lower interest rates equals increase investment, increase in AD, price level and output up. Increase interest rate, decrease in investment, decrease in AD, price level and output down. All right. When you see the money supply or you're thinking of the money supply graph, there'll be things in the question that might say limited reserve, nominal interest, money supply, price level. These are all tips that it could be this graph. Now, I think you guys are good at noticing reserve requirement, open market operation, discount rate. And we went through which one shifts MS right and left. The one I want to talk about here now is MD, and that is money demanded. And that really is how much cash you need in your pocket. So price levels go up, things are more expensive, I need more money, MD shifts right. Now, they really just rarely ask that way. They usually somehow get you to shift AD right and then ask you something about nominal interest. Knowing if they're going to ask about nominal interest, you think of this graph. Now, by the way, if MD did shift up and interest rates go up, value of bonds go down. There's an inverse relationship between bonds and interest rates. And there it is, an inverse relationship between bonds and interest rates. All right. Now, for the loanable funds, anytime you see deficit spending, and let me make clear, deficit spending is the government is spending, but they have to borrow money. All right. So therefore, the demand curve, which is borrowing, would shift out to the right. Interest rates would go up. Investment goes down. AD comes back a little for crowding out. Okay. The supply curve is savings. So anytime you see savings or borrowing or government deficit or surplus, I start thinking of the loanable funds. And also real interest. If they're asking you about real interest, it's probably going to get the loanable funds graph, or you're going to do the nominal equals real plus inflation type graph. Okay, that's all. I wanted to make this short video to try to help you be prepared for the redo, and I hope this helps. And again, remember the actual unit review is posted on the topics page under monetary policy.